Good morning. My name is Muhammad Farooq Khan, and in this class, we are going to be teaching a grade 9 mathematics topic, which is indices. We're going to be teaching indices today. So, what exactly is indices? Indices, as you see it, um, is in a plural form, while the singular form of indices is index. When you hear index, the same thing as index. It's just that index is the singular, while indices is the plural. Okay, another name for indices is power. Yes, when you hear power, for instance, it's 2 raised to the power of 4. This 4 here is either the index or the power, while the 2 here is the base. Yes, it's the base. Yes. So in mathematics, we have a lot of laws that govern indices, laws of indices. There are about 10 of them, but in this um class, I'm just going to be explaining 5. So the first law of indices states that x is to the power of a multiplied by x raised to the power of b is equal to x is equal to a plus b. And since the base are the same, this is valid when the base are the same. So for example, if we 2 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 5, it simply means since the base are the same, you see that x here and x here are the same. 2 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 5. Since the base are the same, that's going to give us 2 raised to the power of 4 plus 5 is also giving us 2 raised to the power of 9. When you hear base, or when you hear base, it means the base. When index is just the number of time the number can multiply itself. When we say something is 2 raised to the power 9, it's just like multiplying to 9 times. The second law of indices is x raised to the power of 8, so something divided by x raised to the power of b. This will actually give us a. This is giving us x raised to the power of a minus b. You notice that when we are dealing with multiplication, it gives us the addition sign on the other end. And now that we're dealing with division, give us subtraction on the other end. So a clear example of this is 4 raised to the power of 5 divided by 4 raised to the power of 3. I'm actually using another different base. I'm actually using another different number. So you don't think that 2 is the only base. Yeah, it's not the only base. It's equals to 4 to the power of 5 minus 3, which is giving you 4 raised to the power of 2. I believe that you get that clearly. Yes, should be able to get that clearly. Another law is the third law of indices state that x is equal to x raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. There's a law that says x when x is not equals to 0. So anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. That is if x, the base, is not equal to 0. So with this, explain that 6 raised to the power of 0 gives you 1. Even fraction half raised to the power of 0 will give you 1. Even a negative number, which is minus 5, for instance, raised to the power of 0 will give you 1. Remember that this is only valid when the base is not equal to it's not equal to 0. We also have another law. The fourth law is x raised to the power of a raised internally to the power of a and externally to the power of b. I believe that you can see this. Let me write that clearly. X raised to the power of a internally raised to the power of b externally. That's going to give you x to the power of a multiplied by b. The powers internally and out externally multiplied themselves. That's going to be your x used to the power a b. So if, for instance, you have a question like this that says, to solve this, x raised to the power of 1 and externally raised to the power of 2, it gives like x to the power of 5 multiplied by 2 because we're equals to x raised to the power of 10. That's for that. So the fifth law, let's go to the fifth law. The fifth law, something like this. Say x. Let's look minus a. Yes. When you look at this, look differently from what we have been thinking about. You don't need to fear. This is actually equals to 1 over x raised to the power of a. There's something you have to notice here. You notice that it is x raised to minus a. When we are putting it as 1 over x raised to the power of a, the minus does not come with it. Yes, the minus does not come with it. So let me quickly give a little instruction about that. It's something like this: 5 raised to minus 3 would give you 1 over 5 raised to the power of 3. I hope you understand that. I hope it's clear. These are just these are not all the laws of the indices. These are just 5. So you're just doing these 5 so we can see now. Thank you very much, and yeah, thank you. Bye.